Hey friends, today I thought we could create some banner embellishments using the Sprinkle with Cheer collection from Rosie Studios. And here is one that I've already created. I just used some cardstock, some green cardstock from my stash, and the 6x6 paper pad, some of the ephemera, and this cute little wooden reindeer from Hobby Lobby. And then I have my little eyelet here and a jump ring to add a little dangle on to this. So I have a couple already cut out here, but I wanted to cut one out with you, and then we'll decorate one or two of them together. So I have my foam tape, I have my hot glue gun on, I've got some scissors, my paper trimmer, and some solid cardstock, and then I'm using some of the paper from the 6x6 paper pad. And you'll need some ephemera, embellishments, gems, those types of things. So I have mine 3 by 1.5. You could cut these any size that you would like, but I just think this works as a good size for what I'm looking for. So 3 by 1.5. 3 by, let me see, I think it's 3 by 1.25. Yeah, 3 by 1.25. And that is your solid cardstock. So 3 by 1.25. And then for the pattern paper, I'm just going to cut it just shy, so a little bit of the cardstock is showing. So I'm going to cut this at 2 7/8 by 1 1/8. And then that'll give just an 1/8 of an inch border of the red showing. And then I'm going to use my crocodile to go ahead and punch my hole in my bottom layer first. And I'm just using the smallest hole here. And I'm going to punch it near the edge, kind of in the middle. I'm just eyeballing it. And then you'll take whatever kind of eyelet you want. I just grab them at random because they're pretty hidden underneath of the paper. And then we'll go ahead and set this. I have such a hard time doing this with my left hand. It's super awkward when I'm used to doing this with my right hand. So let me do this really quick off camera so I can lay this down and get this done for you guys. Here we go. I got it. So I'm just going to set that in there, and then we are done with this. You could just punch a hole with a normal hole punch and still add your jump ring in there. I'm going to grab my jump rings, and I'm going to just grab a silver one. And I'll have everything linked down below for you. The items that I used from Amazon will be linked down below. And links to Rosie Studios and Sprinkled with Cheer will be linked down below as well. But I like to go ahead and put my jump ring and my eyelet in now. And then I'm going to go ahead and make my little flag at the end. So I just line these two up and I cut them together. I'm just going to use my scissors and I just eyeball this. I don't measure or do anything. So we're going to cut that, and then we're going to layer this up. And I like to add my first piece of foam tape right in front of that eyelet, and then I'll take the other two and add them to the actual paper. That just helps me make sure that I add my foam tape at this end where it's not covering up my eyelet there. And we're going to add this down. And I went a little bit more over here, but that's perfectly fine. And we are ready to decorate. So let me grab one of each. And I've got a couple different embellishments to use. I want to use this cute little snowman, and then this is a wood veneer piece from, it comes in a big bag with a whole bunch of different styles from Amazon. I'll have these linked down below as well. And then I just took one of my blue markers and colored it blue. And then I went in after the marker had dried with my glitter drops from Nuvo. This is called Gold Coast. To add a little bit of shine to this, you could do this with glossy accents, but I think that turned out so cute. I love the shine on it. So let's see. Let's add this one here. So I'm going to take a little bit of my glue and add it around the spots on here in a couple places. I think I'm going to add this down right about there. I'm just going to push that down. So I clean up that glue string I have in the middle. And then let's maybe pop up our little snow guy here. And I kind of think I want to pop him up on the actual snowflake. So I already have some foam tape on him ready to go. Add a little extra adhesive. And then we'll pop him up right here on the corner so we can still see our snowflake. Nice and chunky. And then we're going to use this Christmas Wishes. And we're going to need some more foam tape on this side to help that meet up with our snowman. So let's see, I might need to add 3 to this. Yeah, I might need to take this off here and lay this part flat on the snowman. There we go. Yeah, let's do that. This will be popped up, although I kind of want this to be raised as well. So let's go back and add one more piece to this and see. Okay, yeah, I definitely like it popped up better. So let's go ahead and do that. And you could go ahead and add some gold thread or whatever behind this. But I think for this one, I'm going to leave this blank and not add that gold thread. So let's add this there. And I've got some of the puffy stickers. Maybe tuck in a little peppermint here. And maybe we'll grab pink gem. And maybe one of these red small ones. And do a little cluster. And how cute is that? And then we need to add a little dangle at the bottom. So let's decorate one more really quickly. I have these little trees and they're on the smaller side, but because they're all grouped together, I kind of find this a difficult piece to work with. So I'm going to add this as a layering piece. So I'm going to put that right down on the bottom and then layer on top of this. So we're going to add that down, and then let's pop up this little Christmas cupcake. Put the little Christmas cupcake. And then I've got this larger sentiment that says Making Spirits Bright. How cute this would be if it said Baking Spirits Bright. I feel that's just a little bit big, so I'm going to trim this down just slightly. Make it just a little skinnier. All right, there we go. And then let's pop that up. And let's see, I think I'm going to banner the ends as well. Just do a little banner. I'm not liking the sharp kind of straight lines on this. So let's do that. Don't be afraid to kind of alter your ephemera to meet your design. And I'm going to go ahead and add some, I think I'll add some red behind this. So I'm just going to wrap this, I think, around 2 fingers. And then we will add this on here. I'm going to add a little bit of my glue runner here. There we go. I just put a new one in and it wasn't wanting to come out, and that'll hold that down, and then we'll hold this down, and then I'll work on kind of fluffing this up and showing some of that loop. And then we'll just trim these edges. There we go. And let's add this down. And then I have this little piece of candy. I think I want to pop the candy up maybe. Do we want to pop it up or stick it underneath? I think I kind of like it underneath, so I'm just going to kind of lay this flat and kind of tuck this underneath the sentiment here. Kind of have it coming out either side. How cute. Let's add some gems, and this one will be done. I've got all these little glue strings everywhere from my glue gun. All right, let's do maybe a green one. Tuck in a green one there, and let's call that one done. How cute. Now we need to add little dangles to these. So you could do beads, you could do charms. I've got little snowflakes and candy canes, little ornaments that you could add down on there. I think a candy cane might be cute on that one. And let's see, these snowflakes are a little too big, I think, for this. Could also do just a bell. Let's see, I've got a little silver snowflake. Here's another little snowflake. All right, I like that size. And then what do we put on for Rudolph? Let's do a tree. You could do a tassel, would be cute to hang off the edge of these as well. Or some wire wrapped beads would be cute. And let's add the candy cane, and these are all done. There we go. How cute are these guys? So we have this one, Making Spirits Bright, Christmas Wishes, and this one is quite chunky with the snowflake and our cute little reindeer with the Christmas tree. So thanks, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.